Welcome back to Dan the Cleaning Man. Are you thinking of starting a janitorial business? Well, don't skip these critical first steps. From legal setup to finding your niche, I will show you how to start strong in this video. So let's go.
Lesson 1.2, Setting up your janitorial business. In today's lesson, we're going to cover the essential steps for setting up your janitorial business. Whether you're starting from scratch or restructuring an existing operation, getting these first steps right is crucial to building a business that lasts. Let's dive into the key areas you'll need to focus on: your legal structure, licenses and insurance, and choosing your niche. Step 1. Deciding on your legal structure. The first step in setting up your business is choosing the right legal structure. This decision impacts your taxes, liability, and even how your business is perceived by potential clients. So let's break down the most common options. 1. Sole proprietorship. If you're looking for the simplest and quickest way to get started, a sole proprietorship might be for you. As a sole proprietor, you and your business are essentially one and the same. That means all the profits, yay, and all the liabilities, not so yay, fall on your shoulders. This is great if you're just testing the waters or want to keep things simple at the start. However, you'll need to be prepared to personally cover any debts or legal issues that may arise. 2. Limited liability company, LLC. For those wanting a bit more protection, an LLC is a popular choice. It separates your personal assets from your business liabilities, meaning if things go south, your house or personal savings aren't on the line. Additionally, an LLC gives your business more credibility in the eyes of clients, especially in the commercial cleaning world. Keep in mind, setting up an LLC involves more paperwork and fees, but the peace of mind might be worth it. 3. Corporation. If you're thinking long-term and envision growing into a larger operation with multiple employees, a corporation might be the best fit. This structure provides the most protection and allows you to raise capital more easily, but it comes with stricter regulations and higher costs. This is usually a step for businesses that have long-term growth and expansion in mind. Pro tip: don't let the legal jargon scare you off. Consulting a small business attorney or accountant can save you time and help you choose the structure that's best for your goals. Step 2. Getting licensed and insured. Once you've settled on a legal structure, it's time to tackle the red tape: licenses and insurance. While it might not be the most exciting part of setting up your business, it's one of the most important. Without the proper documentation, you could face fines, lawsuits, or worse. 1. Business license. The first thing you'll need is a business license. This tells your local government that you're operating a legitimate business, and it's often a basic requirement for most types of businesses. The exact process and cost vary depending on your city or county, so make sure to check local regulations. 2. Cleaning permits. In some areas, specific permits are required for janitorial services. These cleaning permits ensure that you comply with local sanitation standards, especially if you're dealing with chemicals or hazardous materials. Check with your local or state government to find out what's needed. 3. General liability. Insurance. Now let's talk about insurance. Accidents happen. A slip on a wet floor, a broken item during cleaning. These are all things you need to be prepared for. General liability insurance is a must-have for any janitorial business. It protects you if a client or third party claims damages due to an incident that occurs while you're working. Even if you think the risk is low, it's better to be safe than sorry. 4. Workers' compensation insurance. If you plan on hiring employees, you'll also need workers' compensation insurance. This covers medical expenses and lost wages for employees who get injured on the job. In most states, this is required by law once you have staff, so don't skip it. Pro tip: shop around for the best insurance rates. Many companies specialize in small business insurance and can offer tailored packages to fit your needs. Step 3. Choosing your niche. Now that the paperwork is in order, it's time to think about your niche. This is where your passion and expertise come into play. Do you want to focus on sparkling up corporate offices, or would you prefer turning homes into spotless sanctuaries? Your decision will shape how you market your business, the type of clients you attract, and the services you offer. 1. Commercial cleaning. Commercial cleaning involves maintaining office spaces, retail stores, industrial buildings, and other commercial properties. The advantages: larger contracts, recurring business, and the opportunity for long-term growth. However, it can also be more competitive and require more advanced equipment and staff. Commercial clients often expect you to be available during off hours, so night and weekend work could be part of the package. 2. Residential cleaning. On the flip side, residential cleaning focuses on private homes, apartments, and condos. If you prefer a more personal touch and enjoy transforming living spaces, this could be your sweet spot. Residential cleaning tends to have lower startup costs and more flexible hours. Plus, satisfied homeowners often provide word-of-mouth referrals, which can help grow your business quickly. Just remember, you might have to deal with more varied job sizes and client expectations. 3. A hybrid approach. Can't decide between the two? You don't have to. Many janitorial businesses find success in offering both commercial and residential services. This allows you to diversify your client base and income streams. Just keep in mind that managing both can require additional resources, from specialized equipment to tailored marketing strategies. Pro tip: take a look at the local market. Are there more businesses or homes in need of cleaning services in your area? A little research can go a long way in helping you decide where to focus your efforts. Your next steps. By now, you should have a clearer vision of how you want to set up your janitorial business. But let's make it more concrete. 1. Pick your legal structure. Will you be a sole proprietor, LLC, or corporation? 2. Get your paperwork in order. Ensure you have the necessary licenses, permits, and insurance. 3. Define your niche. Will you specialize in commercial cleaning, residential, or a mix of both? Take a moment to reflect on your decisions so far. Imagine your ideal workday. Are you cleaning large office spaces or working one-on-one with homeowners? This clarity will guide your next steps as we move forward in this course. As we continue, we'll dive deeper into the specifics of pricing your services, marketing your brand, and building a team. So, make sure you have a solid foundation before moving on. Homework. Write down your ideal client and service. Whether it's a local coffee shop, a luxury condo, or a chain of retail stores, visualize your perfect job. This will help you stay focused as we explore marketing and operational strategies in the upcoming lessons. See you in the next lesson, where we'll talk all about branding your janitorial business for success.